name is Paige, a 30-year-old who works as an office worker at a large corporation. I haven't been on trips abroad recently. Well, considering the situation now, I can't help it. I love to go on trips using the airplane, so I really hope I can go abroad as much as I want again in the near future. Oh, by the way, do you know? The pilot and the co-pilot don't eat the same food before having their flight. It's because if they both get food poisoning, there would be no one left to control the aircraft. They're being very considerate for the safety of their passengers. Wow, they're so cool! I got married with my husband Ted a year ago, and now I do both my job and housework every day. I'm clumsy, so it took me some time to get used to my lifestyle. But now it's a piece of cake for me to prepare breakfast, lunchboxes for each of us, and dinner. As always, I'm eating lunch with Mary, my colleague, and talking about our life as newlyweds while we ate our lunchboxes we prepared ourselves. Actually, Mary just got married, so we're both newlyweds. Wow, your lunchbox looks delicious as always. A large serving of fried chicken. Yep, my husband was in charge of preparing our lunchboxes today. Oh, I'm so jealous. Thanks. My husband prepares our lunchboxes 3 times a week. But as you can see, it's very manly, and he cooks a lot of dishes with high calories. I see, but not many husbands do that for their family. I can see that your husband is trying his best to cook. Well, that should be normal because it was my requirement for getting married. We both have a job, so it would be unfair if the wife does all the housework. You have a point. I'm so jealous. I don't mind eating manly dishes and food with high calories. I just want to try my husband's cooking. It's almost going to be a year since both of us got married. How's it going? Does your husband help you with housework? Nah, he does nothing, as usual. He doesn't straighten his shoes after taking them off, and he leaves the lid open after using the toilet. He can't even separate the trash, and he leaves his clothes everywhere. Oh no, that must be so tiring for you. At least you don't have a child now. If you also had to take care of your child in the future, it's going to be so much work for you. Yeah, absolutely. I've been asking him to do better, but he never listens. But it's still been a year. You might be able to educate him. We have to try hard now so that we can have a happy marriage life. Don't go easy on him, Paige. Oh, okay, I'll do my best. But I saw no signs of Ted improving no matter how many times I tell him. I don't know when he started acting like this. But now he even complains about everything, although he does nothing around the house. But in order to make our marriage life work out as we both work outside, we have to respect and understand each other. It required me some courage, but I decided to honestly tell him about my opinions to Ted. I'm home. His shoes are all over the place again. His used clothes are a mess too. Oh, gosh, he even left the fridge open. Now he's on the sofa, sipping on his beer as he watches TV. This is what he does every single day. Hey, Ted, there's a favor I want to ask.
Oh, what's up? But before that, I'm starving, so make me dinner. If it's not too urgent, can we talk about it after dinner?
Well, yeah, but I have a favor to ask.
What the hell? I'm exhausted, okay? Just say it.
I at least want you to organize your own shoes and used clothes. I also have a job as a full-time employee like you, Ted. If I have to do all the cleaning by myself after getting home, I won't have any time to rest.
Huh? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden? You used to clean up my used clothes happily.
No, I was never happy while doing it. Maybe I was okay with doing all that at first, but considering that we might have a child soon, I think we should do something. Please, let's both cooperate and do our best. I mustered up my courage and told him that. But Ted, who heard my opinion, started sulking and didn't even try to look at me. Then he said something like this.
I don't need dinner tonight.
Huh? But you just said you were starving.
Gosh, I'm so irritated. I'm gonna go drinking with my friends. I don't know when I'll get home tonight.
Wait a minute. Then he left the house. I wonder why it ended up like this. And it's already 10 in the night. Who's he gonna go drinking with, and where? At the end, I cleaned up all his used clothes and cooked myself an easy dinner. But after giving some thought, I realized that my company was in our busy season. I thought I'd be working until late tomorrow. So I decided to cook some dishes in advance, save them in a container, and leave them in the fridge. It looks like Ted came home at 2 in the morning and went to sleep still sulking about what happened. The next morning, I tried to wake Ted up and pretended like nothing happened. But Ted didn't even check the dishes I cooked in advance and left in the fridge. And he went to work, completely ignoring me. Since that day, he stopped eating what I cooked, including the dishes I cooked in advance and left in the fridge. I was growing tired of his immature tantrums. So I made up my mind to ask Ted, although I knew we would get into a fight again. Hey, you never eat the food in the containers that I prepared for you beforehand. What do you have for dinner? Are you going somewhere to get lunch too?
Oh, didn't I tell you about this? My body only accepts food that's freshly cooked.
Wait, what? What the hell is this guy saying? This really made me mad. Huh? What are you saying? After I come home from a long day of work feeling exhausted, I try my best and still cook for you, Ted. You're speaking nonsense as if you're saying you'll only eat freshly made dishes. I was really furious. I might have sounded a bit aggressive. Then,
It's all your fault. If you want me to eat your cooking, at least come home earlier than me, warm up the food, place it on a plate, and serve it to me.
what are you saying? I've been telling you this so many times. We both work full time. We have to work together and help each other. And the dishes are already cooked and ready to eat. You could just warm them up in the microwave. Can't you at least do that yourself? I was at the verge of exploding. I asked Ted as if I was investigating him, but Ted didn't care. It was as if he thought I'm not to be blamed. My opinion is the only right one. He was glaring at me with those expressions. At the end, he said something unbelievable.
It's normal for women to serve the men who work outside. That's the reason why you're a bad wife. My opinion won't change. If you want a peaceful marriage life with me, you better change the way you think and respect me at all times.
Huh? What the hell is he saying? To be honest, I didn't really think he was rotten to the core. Hey, then, can I quit my job? If I become a housewife, I think I can serve you warm food every day. Just the way you like it, Ted. So what do you think? I said so, holding in my anger and irritation. If he understands our financial situation, he would have doubts about it. But this guy right here was stupid just like I thought.
Go on, quit your job. If you don't have enough time to serve me, you better just quit your job right now.
That's what he said. He really has no idea. But I still decided to prepare myself for quitting my job. Of course, I had to tell Mary about it first the next day I went to my office. That's what happened. I did my best and tried many different approaches, but they didn't work. My husband also said I could quit my job, so I decided to become a housewife. Huh? Really? Why do you have to do that for him, Paige? Well, you're right, but if I do nothing, I won't know how to release my anger. I have to go this far to make him realize his wrongdoings. I see, I get it. But I think you'll be able to get revenge on him in probably just a month, Paige. Yeah, I think so too. It might not even take me a month, and our divorce is basically inevitable at this point. Okay, then you can leave your work-related stuff to me. You should focus on the battle with your husband now. I'll figure things out for you regarding the work-related things. Yep, thanks so much. After that, I left my unfinished work with Mary and quit the company which I've always worked for. I became a housewife and showed Ted how giving I was. I'm a perfectionist, you know. I did everything perfectly so that he wouldn't be able to complain about even the smallest things. I woke up at 5 every morning, prepared a perfect warm breakfast. I, of course, also prepared a freshly made warm dishes when he came home from work. I did all the housework perfectly, from cleaning to doing the laundry. A week, then 2 weeks passed like that. At first, Ted was feeling excited like he was the king of the household. But by the time a month had passed...
Hey, I'm glad you cook me freshly made dishes every day when I get home. But isn't the taste a bit too bland and boring? You only serve potatoes, pumpkins, and stir-fried burdock with carrots. These are what old people eat.
Oh, really? I quit my job just to fulfill your needs. And I'm serving you warm food just like you asked. I'm a housewife, so it's my responsibility to cook healthy meals for my husband. Right?
Oh, okay. But maybe we can eat pizza and fries sometimes? People at work tell me that I look pale recently. I think I'm not getting enough nutrients. I want to eat grilled meat or hot pot until I get full. Maybe even shabu shabu sometimes.
He finally complained. It's my victory. I waited for this moment forever. It's time to get my revenge on him. Oh, I'm sorry. I can only serve these kinds of foods. We don't have enough money to buy meat. But I'm just keeping our promise and serving freshly made dishes just like you told me to. I also only serve healthy food and use the minimum amount of flavors to make sure you don't get lifestyle diseases. I try to value the natural flavors of the seasonal ingredients.
But I'm honestly struggling.
Struggling? I thought this was what you wanted. Well, we can't do anything though. Your salary is definitely not enough for us to make a living.
Oh, wait, what do you mean?
Huh? You didn't know?
About what?
Now that we only have your salary, we don't have enough money for our living expenses, so we're cutting back on food costs.
Huh? No, wait. We've always been managing...
Gosh, you're horrible at reading between the lines. You're so clueless.
What?
Okay, do you want to know a fun fact? I made 3 times more money than you.
Huh?
From paying the loans of this house, maintenance fees of our car, to the eating out costs. And do you know why you got $1,500 every month for your pocket money? Well, you're the one who wanted to change the happy life you've been enjoying. You had no idea, and although your wife makes much more money than you told her to quit her job just to fulfill your selfish demands. You must be really...
No, wait. You have to be kidding.
It's the truth. Not my business, though. I don't want to live with you anymore. If I have to live such an impoverished life like this, I would rather go back to being single. I bet you'll be in debt after you lose a wife like me.
Wait a minute. Wait, Paige! Don't say something like that! Please, I'm begging you!
Ted has been really rude to me all this time, but look at his face after he found out the truth. Then I took out the divorce papers, which I had prepared in advance from my bag, and put it in his face. Here, fill this in for me. Then Ted clung to my leg as he cried.
No, I will never sign! I promise I won't cause any trouble to you, Paige! I'll help you with housework and learn from my mistakes! I'm sorry! I'm really sorry! Look at me begging you! Please, please, please give me another chance!
Ted's face was a mess with tears and he was begging me for mercy. So I said to him, are you sure you learned from your mistakes? Are you really gonna change for the better?
I promise you, I'll try my best!
I wouldn't have minded getting a divorce, but you promised that you'll learn from your mistakes and improve yourself from now on. You better not be lying this time. You're really, really sure about this?
Yes, from the bottom of my heart. Please stay with me.
As he said so, he went onto his knees and cried and apologized. Well, I don't think I can forgive him so easily, but he really seems to regret his decisions. So I guess I'll forgive him this time and decide whether to have a divorce or not after seeing how he improves himself. To my surprise, he changed so much after that. He's a whole different person. I quickly went to tell Mary today, which was my first day back at work. I was waiting for you, Paige. I arranged a month's leave for you, so I didn't really know what to do if you kept on being absent. Sorry, it's all thanks to you. I never thought I would have been able to come back here. I'm really thankful. By the way, Paige, how's it going after that? Is that lunchbox? Oh, is it so obvious? This is the lunchbox my husband prepared for me. It's just a piece of grilled salmon on top of light rice. The authentic salmon lunchbox, I guess. But he's really improving himself. Back then, I never would have been able to imagine him in the kitchen. Right? But that's a really manly lunchbox, huh? He burned his finger just by preparing this lunchbox, though. Oh no! It seems like he's finally getting used to using the washing machine. But it takes him forever to hang the laundry. It took him 45 minutes today just to hang our laundry. Wow, that long? And he's really struggling to shop for groceries, too. He can't see the difference between cabbage and lettuce, enoki mushrooms and champignon, flour and potato starch. It's like he's joking around just to make us laugh. I know, and he greets me at the door whenever I go home. And he even offers to carry my bag for me. When I tell him I'm exhausted, he replies by saying that warm miso soup is ready for me to eat. Wow, people can really change, huh? But he forgets to add the umami broth to the miso soup. The last time I tried to eat his soup, the radish and carrots were too hard to eat, and when I pointed that out, he got really discouraged. Well, no umami broth paired with half-cooked veggies is a nightmare. Right, but he's learning a lot recently. And now he uses green onions, tofu, and seaweed for the ingredients because it's less time-consuming to cook. Wow, he's improving! He seems to be struggling, so I told him to cook them in advance and save some in the containers because I won't complain about the smallest things, saying I only eat fresh-made meals like someone right here. That's what I told him. Whoa! Then he started crying as he apologized so many times. But I'm glad, really. I was worried that you might get a divorce. To be honest, it was nerve-wracking, so it's a relief. Yeah, I still can't let my guards down, though. But it's a relief for me, too. Okay, I'm gonna work real hard starting from today again. I have tons to catch up with you guys, so you can load me with tons of work. Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next?